Hi, stamping friends. It's Sherry Parker coming to you live from Mason, Ohio on Wednesday, October 23rd. So I do want to apologize in advance because we had an unexpected trip to Columbus today and we just got home. I'm a little frazzled. I haven't really been able to confirm I have everything I need for tonight. So I apologize in advance. It might be a little sloppy, but I did want to hop on here and show you two fun fold cards. Very simple ones for the holidays. And before I get started, I did want to mention I posted yesterday I'm having a November challenge, and that challenge is really a fun one. So November is the month of thanks, and thought it'd be fun. I'm actually in a challenge with other demonstrators. Hi Ruth, thank you for joining. I'm in a challenge where we're making 30 holiday cards in the month of November. Just in that way you can kind of build up your stash. And I thought, wouldn't it be fun to also have a challenge that if you would like to make 30 cards in 30 days, doesn't have to be holidays, could be holidays, but in addition to that, or in place of that, so you have two choices, you can also send a card every day of the month of November. So you would send 30 cards. So you have your choice, you can do both, you could do one or the other, but it's just a way to give thanks. It is November. If you're mailing cards, think of all the people that you will touch by sending them a card saying that you're thinking about them. And then if you want to make cards to maybe build up for the holidays or just to have a nice stash of cards to send, you can do that too. So join me if you would like to. Just message me and I'll add your name to the list. I am going to have a prize for everyone who signs up and completes the challenge. It's the honor system. So you just tell me, yes, I did it, or no, I didn't. But I do have something, a little surprise for you if you do participate. So just as a way of thanking you. So, okay. So sign up by October 31st because it will start November 1st. So every day in the month of November, whether you mail a card, make a card, you want to participate, we'd love to have you. Okay. So I'm going to turn the camera over. We're going to make the projects. But first, I'm going to draw the winners of last week's projects from Facebook Live, because remember, if you comment on or share my Facebook Live videos, you're automatically entered to win one of the projects that I make each week. So I will go ahead and flip the camera over and we will see who won last week's cards. All right, I have everybody's name in here, and if you remember, these are the cards. So we had a holiday one and a wedding card. So for the holiday card, that is going to go to Naomi. So that will be yours. And then I have I have a wedding card here. And this one will go to Lisa Hammond. So those are the two cards I've got. Thanks again for everyone who comments and shares. I do appreciate you. So last week we did use this wonderful Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper, and we're going to use it again this week in a different way. So we'll get started on our cards. The inspiration for today's card came from this. This is the Mediterranean Suite. But Cheryl Brunn, who's one of my dear friends, she's been a great friend for a lot of years, she designed this. We had a stamp club last month, and she's like, I really have a cool card I want to design. And this is the one she designed. And I thought, you know, it's so easy and cute that I thought it'd be a great Facebook Live to reapply, and we can make some holiday ones. So it's very simple, but isn't that so cute? So thank you, Cheryl, for the inspiration. And I'll show you the two cards we're going to make. So we've got one using that wonderful Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper. And then I've got another one using the Snowy Scenes. So we'll start here with the Season of Green and Gold. So yes, this print probably looks familiar. We used the bells last week on the wedding card. But the cool thing about our Designer Series paper, of course, is that it's two-sided. So this particular fun fold lets that shine, both sides. So what a great way to use your paper. And to make this card, you need 12 by 12 paper, so this Designer Series paper. So it's 12 inches by 4, and then you're going to score at 5 1/4 and then at 9 3/4. So you've got a nice little accordion fold. This one I'm doing to the right but the next one we'll do to the left. So you can switch it up and do it however you prefer, or a little combination of both. So to get started on this one, I've got my piece of Designer Series paper here, and I scored it at the 5 1/4, and then also at 9 3/4. Oops. And then I'll just kind of fold it down like that. So there's our fun fold. My card base will be Old Olive, and I've got it's a 1/4 sheet of cardstock, so 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I'll go ahead and adhere this to the card base. I know, Ruth, isn't this so cute and simple and fun? I mean, you can reapply this to any Designer Series paper, which is what I love about it. So there is the card base. For the inside, I just have a square here. It happens to be 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. You could certainly make it smaller. You can make it a different color. You could do whatever you wanted in the middle. But I thought that's nice, so you can write your sentiment in there. And then for the greeting, and then also the element that will help you actually open it up, I have cut out from the greeting of the season dies this shape here. So if you remember, this is a wonderful die cut set that comes with the greetings for the season sentiments, but it obviously can pair with anything. And today I'm pairing it with the season's greetings from the Snowy Wonder stamp set, but really anything goes. So that I just happen to be using it for that one. Because this is going to open up on the right hand side, I'm going to have a bow over here where the hole is. So I will go ahead and stamp the season's greetings. I pulled out a Mossy Meadow ink, and I will stamp that in the center like that. And then I will go ahead, before I adhere it down, I'm going to go and put the bow on it. So this is just our gold trim. It comes in a pack of gold and silver trim, which is great because then you have your choice. And this paper has gold in it, so we use the gold. Tie a bow there. And cut a little bit long, didn't I? So I'll just trim off that tail there. So I will adhere it to my front here, and just remember, anytime you do these accordion folds or anything like that, you don't want to put adhesive on the whole thing. So we are just going to put adhesive on half of it, and then we will tape it down right in the middle like so. See how easy that is? And for the final touch, we're going to use these beautiful druzy dots. These are my new favorite accessory. They are gorgeous embellishments, silver and gold, and they're so shimmery. I mean, they look like jewels, truly. So I can't seem to get them to come off. But I'm going to go ahead and I'll put one in one corner, and then maybe put a smaller one down below. So, and there it's done. Isn't that so easy and pretty? And if you wanted, you could even add another panel here. But I think this paper is so pretty that I want that gold to shine, so I'm going to leave it blank like that. But they're a very simple card, a fun fold, something a little different, which is always great to send to somebody. So that is our first card. The second card will be a similar setup. Same idea. We're gonna open it to the other side, and we're gonna add a little something extra to make it a gift card holder, because during the holidays, a lot of gift cards are given. So this time we'll change it up just a little bit. So the Designer Series paper is from the Snowy Scenes. I've used that in a number of my Facebook Lives for different projects. There's a lot of really cool papers. So in addition to, if you remember, we used the snow globes and the snowmen. You remember we did this a few weeks ago. So, you know, versatility is really the thing here. But there's also this holly and peppermint stripe paper, which will really coordinate with anything. So again, I have my 12-inch by 4 inch piece here, and I'm going to score it at 5 1/4 and again at 9 3/4, and it'll open like that. So for this one, my card base is going to be the Poppy Parade, and I will adhere my card base to that. So obviously, you know, you're going to see both sides of your designer series paper, so it doesn't really matter which one you have, you know, up, because they're both going to show. And then I'll go ahead and put a white piece in the middle, like I did with the last one, so that if you want to write something, you can do that. So you're not writing on the paper. And then something a little different, on this panel here, I've cut another piece that is about 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. And this is actually a great dimension. You can insert a gift card. So I've got this little strip here. I'll take a circle punch and cut a little notch out there. Hey, Kelly, thanks. And I'm going to use tear tape. You could use any adhesive. Just remember that if you use a thicker adhesive, you're going to want to make your little piece slightly larger because you want the gift card to fit in this pocket that you're making. So I put tear tape around 3 of the sides, and I will pull up the plastic, and then I will adhere it. It almost is like sneaky because you can't tell paper on paper. But there's a little pouch in there, so your gift card could fit right in there. So that's really a fun idea. Plus, the nice thing about doing it this way is that you can take any card and turn it into a gift card holder just by creating this little pouch to insert the gift card. So that makes it really versatile too. So you can have it with or without. Then for the front of our card, I am using the Peaceful Season dies and the Sweetest Star. I'm using the stamp sentiment from this, but not any of the other stamps. But see how you can mix and match your die cuts and your stamps? You don't necessarily have to use the stamps that are intended to coordinate with a certain die cut set. You can mix and match. And that's what I'm doing for both of these. So for this one, I picked this fun little square here. And the sentiment is, may your days be merry and bright. Stamp that right in the middle there. And then I've got my ribbon, which this is really fun too. I don't know if you've seen this in the holiday lineup here, but it's a really pretty red and gold polka dot. So I'm going to actually want to thread it this way. Show you why in a minute. I cut a strip and then I'm going to thread it through. You can tell I don't sew. I'm all thumbs when it comes to this kind of stuff. And then I'm going to tie a bow. And this is going to be our greeting and also the lever to open up the card. So this one has a front and a back, the ribbon, if you can see that. So depending on, you know, how you want it to show up on your card, you can kind of manipulate it a little bit to position it how you want. Okay. And then I will tape this one on the right hand, the left hand side like that. So you can see it right there. You pull that and it opens like that, and then you've even got your spot for your gift card right in there. Very simple and cute. So the last touch, we are going to add these wonderful little peppermint embellishments. These were not available until Monday. They became available again. As I mentioned, I've been in Columbus, so I I didn't get a check before I got home, but I believe they're available again. If they're not, I do apologize in advance, but they were available on Monday. But aren't those so fun? These little peppermints. There's 3 sizes and they're just so cute. They add a lot of cuteness. So there you go. Fun fold with a gift card holder and fun fold card. And then, as I mentioned, the inspiration was my friend Cheryl's beautiful Mediterranean card, which is not holiday, but that was the inspiration for today. So there you have it. Quick and easy cards. As you know, I like those because we all know we're busy, and if you can make cute cards quickly, why not, right? So thank you again. Please comment on or share this video. You might win one of these cards. And if you have any questions on anything, let me know. If you want to participate in the November challenge, make 30 cards in the month or send 30 cards during the month of November. I'd love to have you join us, and there will be a fun prize in it for you too. And you'll spread sunshine. Who doesn't want to do that? Thank you again. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and thanks again.